Good morning. It's a great day to be a Red Raider or a Ram or something. Congratulations to the recipients. You know, things are going well in the Texas Tech system. At Texas Tech, our enrollment numbers are up, our test scores are up. At Angelo State, same thing. Numbers are the largest enrollment we've ever had, and that our test scores are up, and that things are going well. And we're proud of everything's happening at Texas Tech and at Angelo State, and then the Health Science Center. Numbers are up and scores are up, so we're doing well there as well. And we have a lot of positive things that are going on for us. Our fundraising within the system this last year was $184 million, and was the largest amount that we've ever raised within the system. The last 5 years we've had over $100 million each year, and prior to that we'd only had 1 year in the history that there had been $100 million. And so the downside, we had less money from the state this year within the system. Over the next 2 years we have $67 million less and 2,000 more students. So we're being asked to do more with less. And I've always said we've always been the best in the world at doing more with less. So now they're asking us again. This will just go on so long. I want to mention that John Zwicker is here, and John, wave at us back there. We appreciate he's been chairman of the Chancellor's Council. This is the 11th year that we've given these awards. And the awards are not looked at lightly. These are awards that are scrutinized closely, and we just didn't happen to drive by and say, well, let's give this person one. We've been looked at closely by more than just a few people. And whether it's in research or in teaching, we're very proud of you. One thing that's be kind of a surprise to you this morning, we bought a full-page ad in the Lubbock paper for Sunday, and all of you will have your pictures and something about you in that ad. We're just proud of you, and we want people to know what outstanding people we have. I mean, I think the toughest thing is making a decision on who gets the awards. I mean, that's because there are a lot of people well qualified that did not get it, and maybe they'll have a chance next year. But I just want you to know we're very proud of you. The strength of any university system based on the faculty. And so that's very important, that we have an outstanding faculty. We're very proud of you. And that, you know, one of the things at the last board meeting that Dr. Bailey talked about was trying to do something about faculty salaries and trying to get those up. And I've joined him on that, and also with Dr. Rollo and Dr. Burke and Dr. Mitchell with trying to get those up throughout the system over the next couple of years, because we've had some lean years the last couple. And so that is a priority for us. These are the highest awards. There are 13 of them. Each of you will receive a medallion and a check for $5,000. I will say this, when you look at the check and it doesn't say exactly $5,000, don't come back and complain to me. Uncle Sam demands that we take out a certain portion and send to him. And of course, he also, as they try to close the deficit, they're glad that you're getting extra money because they'll get extra money. I don't think that's going to balance the budget, but a step in the right direction. And we really are so proud of you that at this time, what I'm going to do is ask Dr. Bailey to announce the Texas Tech Awards, and then we'll, from there, we go with Dr. Burke, who's filling in for Dr. Mitchell, and then Dr. Rollo. But Dr. Bailey is my partner. Has been great to serve with. I appreciate him, and we work hard on issues, and every day there's always something new. That's one thing I've found at a university setting. There's always something new. you plan and plan and plan, and somebody will come in and tell you and say, what happened? You know, it's there's always surprises. But I enjoy working with Dr. Bailey, and Guy, if you'd come up and announce the ones at Texas Tech University.
Thank you so much, Chancellor. You know, the faculty, as the Chancellor said, really are the lifeblood of the institution. The research that faculty do reflect the intellectual vigor and intellectual activity at an institution, and teaching is at the heart of what we do. Those two activities are our core. And as the Chancellor said, we've had some difficult times financially. The one thing we've been committed to is to doing things that did not affect our core of teaching and research. And it's always a pleasure. I mean, you do, as a university president, you do a lot of things that are difficult. There are a few things that are easy, and this is one of them, and one of the most pleasurable things we'll do. I want to especially thank the Chancellor and the Chancellor's Council, and these are extraordinary gifts, and they're extraordinary awards, and we really appreciate your efforts and your work. He works tirelessly, and it does one of the best jobs in the country. We could not ask for anyone to do a better job in raising funds, and those funds are well directed as well. Now, we have 4 Texas Tech winners of the Chancellor's Council Distinguished Research Award, and if you'll come forward when I call your name to receive your award, that would be terrific. Christy Blizzard, she is an assistant professor of painting in the School of Art at Texas Tech, from the Carnegie Museum of Art in Pittsburgh to the SIM Artist Residency in Iceland. She's been featured with several renowned art figures in more than 50 international and national art exhibits. Professor Blizzard. Our next recipient is Dr. Stacy L. Carter, an associate professor in the College of Education with more than 10 years experience in developmental and psychiatric centers. He's a leading researcher in behavioral studies of individuals with developmental disabilities and autism. He's published the first and only clinical research book that comprehensively presents the concept of social validity. Dr. Carter. Dr. Dimitri Pappas is an associate professor in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, previously serving as a senior scientist at Johnson Space Center. Dr. Pappas has earned national and international recognition for his work using new chemical methods to study and detect illnesses such as heart disease and cancer, and he's noted as one of the top bioanalytical chemists in the nation. Dr. Pappas. Our final distinguished research winner is Dr. Brandon Weeks, an associate professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering. He is a recipient of the prestigious National Science Foundation Career Award. It's very difficult to get and very prestigious. And he's a former staff scientist at Lawrence Livermore and the Weapons Materials Group. Dr. Weeks is a world-renowned expert in energetic materials and conducts research focused on crystal growth and nanoscale patterning of high explosives. Dr. Weeks. And now the Texas Tech winner of the Distinguished Teaching Award, Dr. Janice Killian, if you would come up. Dr. Killian is a professor and chair of music education in the School of Music. With nearly 3 decades of teaching and research experience in many levels of public education, Dr. Killian is the editor of the Journal of Music Teacher Education, is known statewide, nationally, and internationally for her ability to translate research results to music education practitioners, and frequently publishes in peer-reviewed music journals, presents at music education venues. If you don't know, a lot of people think of us for science and technology. We have a terrific music program, one of the best music education programs in this state, very highly valued. Dr. Killian. Thank you so much.
Dr. Ted Mitchell, who is president of the Health Science Center, could not be here. Really the #2 guy who is dean of the medical school, Steve Burke, part-time author, part-time victim of crime, and also the provost for the Health Science Center. He has many hats that he wears and does them ably. And Dr. Mitchell's in Amarillo today working on an issue in Amarillo. And we're glad to have Dr. Steve Burke here to present the awards to the HSC people. Steve Burke.
Apropos of the book, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be anywhere. It's a real honor to present these awards. I know all of the awardees well and have worked with them. Distinguished Research Awards. First award goes to C. Patrick Reynolds. Dr. Reynolds is a professor in the Department of Cell Biology and Biochemistry, the Department of Pediatrics, and the Department of Medicine. He's the director of the Cancer Center at the Health Science Center. One of the nation's leaders in cancer research, Reynolds focuses on developing and testing treatments to fight adult and pediatric cancers in the laboratory and in clinical trials. He pioneered the development of a drug, a vitamin A derivative that is now used worldwide to cure certain childhood cancers, and is actively developing other novel forms of cancer chemotherapy. Congratulations. Dr. Leslie Shen. Dr. Shen is Associate Professor in the Department of Pathology and a researcher at the Laura Bush Institute for Women's Health, with more than 15 years of experience in bone pathology, investigating diseases such as osteoporosis. Shen's research on bone health in women was selected as a feature project by the National Institute of Health and is now highlighted on more than 7 million websites worldwide. Dr. Quentin Smith. Dr. Smith is a University Distinguished Professor and a Grover E. Murray Professor in the School of Pharmacy. After transferring from the National Institute of Health, Smith joined in 1997 the School of Pharmacy to help build and develop that school, and is conducting groundbreaking research in drug development and delivery to the central nervous system for the treatment of brain tumors, stroke, and neurodegenerative diseases. And our Distinguished Teaching Awards. Dr. Catherine McMahon. Dr. McMahon is a college master and professor in the Department of Medical Education at the Paul Foster School of Medicine and holds the Jonathan and Patricia Rogers Endowed Chair. A national expert in team learning, McMahon has been with TTUHSC for 24 years and has pioneered the Paul Foster Master's Program and their innovative curriculum. Dr. Yondell Maston. Dr. Maston is interim dean in the School of Nursing and professor at the Anita Thigpen Perry School of Nursing at the Health Science Center. Teaching at the Health Science Center for more than 25 years, Maston has prepared generations of nurses and has been frequently recognized as a distinguished teacher and authority in the healthcare field. Dr. Steve Urban. Dr. Urban is professor in the Department of Medicine, a practicing physician, physician's physician. He joined the Health Science Center in 2000, serves as internal medicine student clerkship director, holds an endowed professorship in internal medicine, is the author of the Internal Medicine Pretest, a best-selling McGraw-Hill review of internal medicine, and has received numerous teaching awards throughout his career. Dr. Urban.
At this time, I'm going to call on Dr. Joe Rollo, who is the president at Angelo State and does an outstanding job. He's fun to work with. I tell you, I've got 3 great presidents, and I wouldn't trade them for anyone. And he and his group at Angelo State, they do a great job, and we're very proud to have him on the team. Dr. Joe Rollo.
Thank you, Chancellor, and good morning. I've been at ASU now for 4.5 years, and actually this is my 7th campus, and I echo my colleagues when I say that faculty really truly are at the heart of any institution. And we've been fortunate, in spite of a lot of the financial issues, to be able to increase about 25% our faculty lines. And so the 2 individuals that we're going to honor today really are representative of that group in a number of ways. Our first recipient for the Distinguished Research Award is Dr. Robert C. Dowler. And Dr. Dowler is the Mr. and Mrs. Victor P. Tippett Professor of Biology and Curator of Mammals in the Department of Biology at Angelo State. During his 22-year career at Angelo State, Dowler has conducted research in ecology and systematics of mammals throughout much of the United States and Mexico, as well as in Guyana, Indonesia, Australia, and the Galapagos, and has published more than 50 research papers. Dr. Dowler. The recipient of our Distinguished Teaching Award is Dr. Kimberly Livingood. Dr. Livingood is an assistant professor in the Department of Curriculum and Instruction at Angelo State. She works to educate culturally conscious secondary teachers who build successful long-term careers in the classroom. She has taught all levels of secondary mathematics, biology, chemistry, and physics in both the public and private schools. So Dr. Livingood, congratulations.
For those in the audience, that's an impressive group, isn't it? Let's clap for them one more time. This is a big deal. It is to me. I hope it is to you. And tonight we have the Chancellor's Council Gala. You'll be there tonight, and that's a makeup of our top contributors. And we want to showcase our top faculty, and you'll be there and you'll be introduced tonight. You'll have a great meal. We're going to have excellent entertainment. David Gashin, who is a Texas Tech graduate and played more years on Broadway, Phantom of the Opera, and is excellent. And so you'll enjoy his rendition of some Christmas carols and some Broadway songs, and we'll close out with the Matador song. So it will be a fun evening, and unless there's something else that needs to be brought to your attention, we will be adjourned, but I want to see you all tonight. We'll have great introductions, and it's going to be a fun evening, and this is one of the best events. I always look forward to it, because I'm always so impressed. And so this year we had raised a little extra money at the Chancellor's Council level, and to John Zwacker and the others that are active in the Chancellor's Council. We appreciate it, but we're buying a full-page ad to brag on y'all on Sunday. So go down and buy a paper on Sunday. We'll see you tonight. Thank you. We're adjourned.